Well, Itai, another positive week for industrials there, up 1.76%. Talk us through some of the stocks that drove this move.
Okay, notably, Insco was 8.33% up to 65 cents. Cocom was 15.38% up to 30 cents after the release of their full year to June results, where Insco posted attributable earnings 48% up to 40 million, translating to EPS of about 7.15 cents, which works out to a PE ratio of 9 times at today's price. Cocom, also owned 80% by Insco, posted attributable profit of 4.6 million, translating to an EPS of 2.87 cents and a historic PE of about 10.5 times. Zim was also up this week 6.7% to 12.8 cents. These three stocks account for about 14% of the index. I think these are the ones which have risen quite substantially in the week. Here's a September reporting period and market expects good numbers there. That's why it's been ticking up.
Well, the resources index having another bad week, down 8.75%. We have Fargold being the biggest loser there, down 35.5%. Any fundamentals driving that decline?
There have been no fundamental changes in the market domain yet, except to suffice to say you would have seen the historical sharp movement in Fargold. I think it's a market correction there. The market tends to overcorrect at times, so nothing has changed, but those are just market corrections there.
This week in Harare, could you talk us through some of the highlights? Were there any policy changes on that front?
I think, notably, the diamond policy was approved and is now in place. The policy is aimed at facilitating the optimization of diamond exploration, attracting local and foreign investment, and addressing structural deficiencies in the current legislation. Also notably, the government highlighted it had also embarked on amending the Precious Stones Trade Act, which will see legislative framework for all precious stones rather than legislation for individual precious stones. So the new legislation will be dubbed the Precious Stones Act. And those are the major highlights of the mining indaba.
With regards to the insurance side of things, the insurance firm's capital threshold has been raised. Could you talk us through the kind of impact that is going to these new rules that are coming through are going to have on insurance companies going forward?
I think these are stabilization measures. Obviously, the impact will be to stabilize and to strengthen the sector. IPEC, the regulator, is taking a cue from the Reserve Bank, which increased banking capitalization. We've seen reinsurance companies' capital being moved to $3 million from 400,000. Short-term insurers' capital raised to $2 million. Funeral assurers' minimum capital going to $3 million from $500,000. And compliance should be achieved by 31 December 2013, but half compliance by 31 December 2012. And the listed companies that will be affected are Nikos Diamond, Afri Corporation, FBC, CBZ, Afri, Zimri. But however, all these are actually fully compliant. So I think we'll see a stronger insurance sector going forward.
Well, looking at the overall market, once again, industrials are up in this week's trading session. The mining index are down in this week's trading session. Looking into next week, is this the kind of trend we can expect?
The market has been quite strong lately. It's possible that we will see the carryover of firm prices in the next week. So by and large, we're also looking forward to seeing positive gains in the week to come.
Well, that's where we have to leave it. Thank you so much for joining us, Itai. That was Itai Chirume, Executive Director at MMC Capital, from Zimbabwe.